Where's it going here? Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Doing excellent. How you doing today?
I'm good. Hey, Sam said you guys have a pretty long-term relationship. How did all that start, and just kind of how did that help you decide to come here?
Yeah, Sam Pittman, you can go all across the country in this business, and you're not going to find very many like him. He's a great human being. He gave me kind of an opportunity after I'd coached Division II ball as an offensive line coach for a couple years to break in to the SEC there with him at the University of Georgia. He gave me that first opportunity. I'm forever grateful for it. And we've maintained that relationship throughout that time and bounce ideas off of each other, kind of weekly updates. We'd check in and people talk about the relationships within this line of work, keeping those. And it's been an even closer relationship than your general coaching relationship with Coach Pittman. He's truly invested in me as an individual and obviously with my career as well.
Nate?
Just kind of with your philosophy on tight ends and their role in the offense just in the past, just kind of what roles have they played in the offenses you've coached?
Yeah, absolutely. Tight end as a position, it's the Swiss Army knife of the position. The more that the tight end can contribute, the more high pace and high functioning the offense can be. If you've got tight ends that can stretch the field vertically and impact the passing game, that puts a lot of linebackers in conflict on coverage. If they're able to come into the run game in the box and create blocks off the backside or leading on blocks in the perimeter, that can obviously change the run game. So they're able to impact the game in a lot of different ways. With that comes a great understanding of football, though. These guys in my position room are going to have to understand football as a whole instead of just in a phone booth, how things relate to that. And I honestly believe, you look at some of these teams across the country and even on Sundays, those guys have got tight ends that can really add to offenses. And we don't want to be a limiting force within this offense with Coach Browse. We want to be a factor where we can open it up and do some different things to attack defenses in multiple ways.
Otis.
Well, welcome to Arkansas, Coach.
Yes, sir. Fired up to be here.
Coach Pittman was talking earlier about he coached tight ends 1 year, and he said he felt like that helped him. Talk about when he said he talked to you, he sold you on that idea. Talk about the idea of coaching tight ends. You've been an offensive line coach, but talk about the idea on how he kind of sold you on that, and just your thoughts on that.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people come to me with that kind of thought and things, and I talked with Coach Pittman, who's a mentor of mine, who's gone through that same career progression. Also, all four teams in the NFL, and I know I'm relating to this to Sunday and, different leagues, but you look at the four teams that all played in the playoffs in the NFL, each one of their tight ends coach at some point had offensive line coach on their resume. So a lot of times people play into that a little bit, but I see it as a great opportunity to expand my knowledge in college football, get to coach a different position group. I've had a great amount of success coaching the offensive line, but it's a natural, very, very natural and seamless transition within the game of football to go from offensive line to tight ends. And obviously you see that on, these past Sundays with those four teams and the two that are playing this Sunday with their tight ends coach on staff.
Scotty.
Hey, Coach, it's good to meet you. I'm curious which coaches or people have had the greatest impact or influence on your coaching career.
Definitely Sam Pittman's on that Mount Rushmore, without a doubt. Other individuals, Will Hall, who is the head coach at Southern Mississippi, a profound impact. He gave me a chance as a graduate assistant at the University of West Alabama. We ran through the D2 ranks together, an unbelievable young head coach in college football, and I'm forever grateful for him and our relationship. And, you know, he knew and, you know, had a hunch eventually at some point in time, Coach Pittman would knock on the door, just didn't know when. But he's on my Mount Rushmore of, you know, coaches that have impacted me through my career. Also, Sam Gregg, the offensive line coach at Liberty University. You see their success that they've had this past season. We work together as well in the D2 ranks. And sometimes, you know, that blue collar, you know, upbringing in college football that I had, I met the most impactful coaches on my career throughout that run. But yeah, Sam Pittman, Will Hall, Sam Gregg, all those guys have had a great impact on my career.
Hutch.
Yeah, Coach, I mean, you kind of mentioned at Southern Miss, I'm sure it was a pay raise to come here, but I mean, how tough was it to leave Southern Miss after only being there for a few weeks and, you know, leaving a guy like Will Hall that had such an impact on your career?
Yeah, it's tough. That's the tough thing about this game. This game's built on relationships. And sometimes there's not always a great timing in opportunity. You know, when you're given an opportunity, and this is something, you know, I can preach in position rooms as well. You don't get to choose the timing of your opportunity, but you do get to choose the outcome. And that's one thing is the timing. Would I like for it to have been better and more clean? Yeah, I would. Do you always get that option in life? No, you don't. But, you know, I was able to sit down and have adult conversations, and, you know, the people that care about you, it's tough to have those conversations, but also on the back end, they understand that, and they understand what it does for my career, and obviously a huge opportunity for me to come up here and coach for Coach Pittman.
Tom.
Cody, welcome. Looking at your background, you've been all over the Deep South. I wonder where you'll feel comfortable in your recruiting responsibilities.
Yeah, absolutely. If you look through my resume, you know, I've got Louisiana ties, Alabama ties, originally from Alabama, coached Division II ball in Alabama, also Georgia. You know, outside of being there with Coach Pittman, was at the University of West Georgia, Division II school there, where we were back-to-back semifinalists there. So I'm really comfortable in all of those, you know, Southeast states. I've got connections all over at this point from the multiple places I've coached and multiple recruiting areas that I have, that I really feel comfortable in all those locations.
Trey Biddy.
Yeah, Coach, welcome to Arkansas. Coach Pittman said that he coached some guys at Georgia, or he recruited some guys at Georgia that you might have been recruiting, that he got credit for. I'll let you expound on that how you want, but also the guys in your room, Hudson Henry, Blake Kern, got a chance to, I assume, talk to those guys. What are your thoughts on them, and I guess any of the younger guys? Yeah,
just to hit on the first question, Coach Pittman's going to have to give you the answer on that one. It was a tag team recruiting effort on all those guys. But man, it was an awesome experience to see Coach Pittman recruit, though. Such an honest guy, and his delivery and you know how he connected with these you know, offensive linemen that he recruited, and you know, eventually has had multiple draft picks come off that Georgia offensive line while he was there. It's just, I mean, I would have to pinch myself every day waking up, going to work there and working with those kids, and as talented as they were, and also being able to recruit at that level and have Coach Pittman say those things. I'll have to let him divvy those out, but we bust our tail on the recruiting trail, and obviously it showed with the talent we were able to secure there. The second thing, my room, I've met with every individual in my room, every tight end here at the University of Arkansas already. Awesome blue collar group, ready to go to work, excited about the opportunity. Like I said, you've got older guys in Kern that have come along here late in his career, where it's still new for him, you know, a little bit, like the role he has is still new. So he's still extremely motivated to add into that and fulfill that role even more. And then you got guys, you know, coming up through the ranks, the Hudson Henrys, the younger crew and younger nucleus there that are also building and getting more comfortable and more confident in their roles. And that's the biggest thing we've got to build at that position, is the confidence that when we get out on the field, we can impact the game every snap. Whether that's a blocking assignment on the perimeter or, a route assignment in the passing game. Being able to be a reliable aspect of this offense and being able to take it to the next level and building that confidence where it is new for some guys in my room, but being able to take hold of that opportunity.
Alyssa?
Hey, welcome. I wanted to know maybe what you learned the most from Sam Pittman under him at Georgia specifically. I know you guys were with the offensive line, but as a coach, that's helped you become a bigger coach. And then obviously the history of the tight end room, you've got two former Mackey Award winners that have gone through this university and what it's going to take to build up that room again, to have that kind of talent.
Yeah, absolutely. First question, what I learned most from Coach Pittman is how to treat people the right way. And sometimes that gets lost a little bit in this business here along the way. But, he was a role model in that light of how to treat people the right way. And I think that comes from him coming from where he did, playing Division II ball, working his way up the ranks, traveling the country, coaching offensive line. You learn to treat people the right way. And I know that seems very simple, but sometimes people lose sight of that. Not in this business, but all across the country. But he truly treats people the right way. And to answer your question also about the, lineage of tight end play here at the University of Arkansas, it's a heck of a lot easier when you got recruits in there and you got guys hanging up on the walls who have played on Sundays. And that's a true attribute for the program as a whole. Arkansas football as a whole, to have those guys that want to be a part and still identify with this university. And I tell you what, it helps you work the phones when you got guys that have done and achieved those dreams that some of these young guys look up to. And that's huge. And I look forward to meeting those guys, when things calm down and, we're able to meet those figures that are instrumental in Arkansas football and especially in my position.
All right, that'll wrap us up with Coach Kennedy. Thanks, sir.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys very much. Y'all take care. Have a great day.